And talking about organic compliance, I think it's appropriate to talk a little bit about OMRI certification. I know we did touch upon this in a conversation on From the Stash, but I think it warrants on here as well since there's a bit of a different audience on here. But OMRI
Mhm.
certification, we get this question a lot is like, why isn't Stash Blend OMRI certified? And this is a conversation that we had behind the scenes. I know you probably remember this. And it
Sure.
was kind of generally advised not to go the OMRI certification route. Can you just break it down for us? Like OMRI certification, what is it? And what are the pros and cons of being OMRI certified?
Well, I think any certification, any third-party certification that you have, it helps market the product, right? I mean, it's something that people can recognize. There are theoretically other organic certifying agencies that are out there, right? California's got theirs, Washington's got theirs as an example. So just because you don't go the route of OMRI doesn't mean you couldn't do an organic certification to another organic certifier. But OMRI charges per size of SKU. I mean, last I checked, anyway, it's been a little while, but so if we wanted to sell a 1 pound bag and a half-pound bag or 50 gram bag, we'd have to pay different prices, for each one of those SKUs. OMRI is, the Organic Materials Review Institute. It's valuable in my estimation. It's run by people, so it's not a perfect organization by any stretch of imagination. I would say philosophically, some of the stuff that's on there from an OMRI perspective can be a head scratcher for me. And some of the stuff that's not on there can be a head scratcher for me. I mean, for instance, the polyaspartic acid that we have in there, which I'm sure we'll talk about here in a bit, that's from sugars that have been fermented into fumaric acid and then aspartic acid. And then, that's we use heat to polymerize the aspartic acid. And OMRI says, well, since you're using heat to do that, it's not organic anymore. And it's like, well, why not? But it's just their philosophies, their take on things versus ours. And we have some ingredients in there that OMRI says they don't want to certify, and that's fine. But we want to have the best products possible out to the consumer, and that's the route that we went.
Yeah, and I think also the fees were a big turnoff. I mean, the amount of money that you got to pay just to get the OMRI certification is pretty extensive. And what do you get out of it? You get to use the logo on the product. Well, big whoop. Some people are going to care about it, but I think a lot of consumers these days, they don't really care as much about it. So yeah, we chose not to go the OMRI certification route for those reasons, really.
Yeah, I mean, we want to do right by the environment, we want to do right by our customer, right? And if it just fits to where, hey, we can also get a third party certification that people see and understand and recognize and appreciate, that's great. But, if we have the right ingredients in there and they've got the right pedigree and they're doing the right thing for the plants and the right thing for the planet, that's the most important piece of the puzzle to me.
This clip is brought to you by Stash Blend. Use coupon code THESTASH for a discount on your order.